Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys at Magic. This is Hunter, Steven, and Shane. Say what up, boys.
Hey, what's going on?
What up, nerds?
We are back, this time January 19th, 2024. Still kicking off the new year, still kicking off spoiler season with murders at Karlov Manor. That's right, Teysa Karlov is dead. Still trying to figure out who the murderer is, except they've already told it in the story, so we're reading about cards this time. But it's spoiler season, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers. That is right. 10,000 is a lot of subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button to help us get there. We will be doing a giveaway as soon as we hit that mark. But let's go ahead and jump into the spoilers for the day. This first card is Doppelgang. Doppelgang is XXX, a green and a blue, for a sorcery that says for each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of that permanent.
That's really expensive.
It's a ton of mana.
So 5
But
mana
it
for
kind of
one
reminds
copy?
me of mass manipulation.
Cool. I mean,
Dude,
is five mana to copy one thing? Is that a
8
lot?
for 2?
I know, it's really hard to make a lot of mana in Simic.
It's super hard, dude. It's like the
It's
hardest
so
thing.
hard. Are you just telling me
Regardless.
that you're just waiting? If you're keeping this in your hand until you make enough mana, it's just a wasted card at that point.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I think I'll be honest with you. I really kind of want to put this in a Kinnan deck, like a not so competitive one, like a fun one.
Make a
Give
whole
all
bunch of
those,
more
yeah.
Manadors.
Kinnan does make
I
a lot of
mean,
mana.
yeah.
That's true. That fit nicely in Kinnan. Doppelgang. How
I
do
don't
we
know.
think about this in a format other than Commander?
Are there other formats?
Yeah, there
Hunter,
are.
Hunter,
Oh,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't see this being played in standard.
no.
Nah, that is too expensive. I
Kind
will
of
not
kind of
correct you.
nuts.
Sorcery speed as well.
Yeah.
Kind of iffy.
That
But
XXX, like holy maloli.
holy maloli. That is right.
There'll be that one jank deck. They always are. They're always.
There always are. Okay.
It's true.
Moving on to the next card, it is Fugitive Codebreaker. It's 1 and a red for a 2/1 creature goblin rogue. It's got prowess and haste. It also has a disguise of 5 and a red that says this cost is reduced by 1 for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. It also says when it's turned face up, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. Now we've seen
Pretty
prowess and
good.
haste before, but this is statted more aggressive. So I feel like you're not making this disguised very often, especially in mono red.
Yeah, I mean, you could, though, if you're playing with a lot of sorcery and instants, make this only cost 1 red to flip up, but yeah, probably for the most part, you're just playing it like an aggro red player would play.
Yeah, I don't really think the mono red is trying to. I don't really actually think this slot's in the mono red.
No?
Really?
No, I mean, like,
Why?
how many times is mono red wanting to waste mana to disguise it just to flip it up? I mean,
That's what I'm
granted,
saying.
the draw 3 cards is nice, but I mean, you have cards like Felden and like light up the stage, and there's tons of like other outlets to draw. I don't really think red needs this.
Dude,
But
a
prowess
2
and
mana
haste.
2/1 haste with prowess. This
Sure,
is
but
super
like
aggressive.
a 1 mana with prowess, Monastery
Monastery
Swift
Swift
Spear.
Spear.
Yeah,
Yes. It is, but it is statted less aggressive by being a 1/2.
sure, it's got a bigger butt. I'd rather have a bigger butt, but I mean, it comes down turn 1, you get the swing right then and there. This you have to wait till turn 2, and by then, mono red probably already has 2 1 mana instants, and will grow that Swift Spear way more than this.
Potentially. I don't know. I still think it has a home.
I think it might have a home as well, we'll see.
Yeah. Moving on to Proft's Eidetic Memory. It is 1 and a blue for a legendary enchantment. It says when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. It also says you have no maximum hand size. And it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've drawn more than 1 card this turn, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn -1.
This is pretty good.
It's not bad, right?
Doesn't seem bad, no.
I mean,
Pump
2
your
mana, draw a
creatures,
card, and pump your creature 1 the same turn.
putting counters in mono blue, huh?
I don't not like it.
I don't not like it.
Yeah, that's a good way to say that. I like it.
Yeah, which it triggers itself, right? The first,
That's what Steven said, yeah.
yeah, so it comes in, it gives a counter to something immediately.
Yep. Gives you a card.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
Exploring is not drawing a card, correct?
No.
You are. It is.
What?
No, actually, sorry. Exploring's not. I was thinking of connive. No, it is not.
Okay, because this would have been nuts.
Yeah, that would have been nuts. I mean, it's still nuts with connive though. This is gonna fit nicely in a Rafine deck. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, great. Esper.
Yeah, more counters with connive. It's
Sick.
gonna go wild.
Well, I guess not really, because technically with Rafine, at least when you're conniving with Rafine, it's when you're during
Oh, it's on
combat.
attack. Yeah, you're right. Yes, this maybe this is worded that way specifically for Rafine. Who knows?
Yeah, feel like the designer worded it the other way, and he's like, "Oh shit, wait a minute."
Wait a minute, what's still in standard? Yeah, wild. Good card though. The next card is Blood Spatter Analysis. It's black and a red for an enchantment that says when it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target creature an opponent controls. It also says whenever 1 or more creatures die, mill a card and put a Bloodstain counter on Blood Spatter Analysis. Then sacrifice it if it has 5 or more Bloodstain counters on it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
There's a lot going on in this card.
Cool that it does 3 damage or something, and then it just kind of sits there. Later, you can eventually get something back to your hand.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
This is a great card.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me more.
I mean, I don't have to say it. It's all on the card.
You're right. You did the thing where
I'm
you
gonna
didn't want to read the card.
I'm gonna do the thing.
No. It's okay. I get it,
You want
Steven.
me to do the thing?
No.
You don't need to do
You
the
have
thing. It's fine.
It's a
I
good
haven't done
card
the thing in a long time.
because of the stuff on the card.
I haven't done
Is
the
that
thing. I haven't done
is
it
that
in a long time.
Is that a black light in the room?
It looks like,
Look at all the-
yeah.
Look at all that blood spatter.
Oh, blood
So here's the thing. So
spatter.
this card comes down, right?
Oh god.
Okay.
And it's
does
gonna
3
deal
damage?
3 damage or something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
9 times out of 10, probably gonna kill something.
You're not wrong.
Probably gonna kill something. And then it triggers itself because
Yep.
then something died,
Yep.
and you're in Rakdos.
Yeah.
What does Rakdos do?
They
Attack,
sacrifice
kill.
stuff.
Destroy. So
Yeah.
this is gonna this
Animate.
is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and reanimate. This is a great card.
This is pretty good. You know what? I'll give it to you, Steven. I was kind of iffy the first time Hunter read it, but then when you read it again, I think I'm there now.
All the way back, boys. We did it. Yeah, blood spatter analysis. Not bad. I don't think it's great, but I think it's good.
I mean,
It's
2 mana for 3 damage, I think by itself, that's probably okay. They're not
I mean,
gonna
the
give us
best
a
part
lightning
about it
bolt.
is it's whenever 1 or more creatures die. So it's not even just yours. It's any creature.
True.
Yeah, I know, but that only triggers 1 time, right?
Yeah, if there's like a
So,
group of
like,
creatures
if
that
it's
die.
a board wipe,
Yeah.
it's a 1-time trigger. But if it's 1 at a time,
Oh,
I don't know. It's hard in Rakdos, but
hey, let's move on to a really good card, in my opinion. This is Archdruid's Charm. It's 3 green mana for an instant. It says choose 1. You could search your library for a creature or land card, reveal it, put it onto the battlefield tapped if it's a land, otherwise put it into your hand, then shuffle. Or you can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Or you can exile target artifact or enchantment.
yeah, I could see why you like that
I-
charm.
why do you like this?
It's so good.
He likes it because of the flexibility.
The flexibility is nuts, dude. At instant speed, if someone attacks you and you play this and put a counter on something and then it deals damage before that thing hits, you're basically killing something, right?
Well, yeah, it's huge caveat there. It dealing damage, it's not a fight. So whatever
I
you're doing
know.
this to isn't going to kill your thing. Yeah, this is
I know.
crazy.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Sure.
Steven's like, yeah, it's green. I don't care.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Steven, you have to admit this card's amazing.
He
This
doesn't have
card's
to.
all right.
He doesn't have to admit it. Don't worry, Hunter. I'm there with you, though. I like this card a lot.
Card's adequate for Magic the Gathering.
This
It
card
can
will
ramp you
see
if you
play.
needed to. It can get you a creature if you needed to. It can make a counter and deal damage to something. And it can exile a target artifact or enchantment. It does so many things.
Steven, he did the thing where he read the card to me, and I already liked
I read
it.
the card again. Just for
Yeah,
you.
but see here, the thing is, like, at least when I read the card again, Shane loves the card after I say it. I'm not feeling that way right now.
But he already loves it, so can't love it more.
Yeah, but I'm talking about me. I want
Oh.
to love it. Let's
Oh.
move
Hunter,
on to something I do love, though.
Hunter, this will see play 1,000% in standard.
Oh, without a doubt. I think this fixes green, to be honest.
Great card. Great, Steven. Sorry.
Mono green, watch out.
Can we move on to a better card like this next one?
Sure, we'll move on to another one. This is Anzrag, the Quake-Mole. It's 2, a red and a green for a 8/4 legendary mole god. It says whenever Anzrag, the Quake-Mole, becomes blocked, untap each creature you control. After this combat phase, there's an additional combat phase. Has another ability. You can pay 3, 2 red, and 2 green. It says Anzrag must be blocked each combat this turn, if able.
God, this card's so
What?
good.
Dude,
My
these are
God.
really fun. This seems like a meme card, but like a good meme card.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm here, baby.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
here.
that's why I'm here.
We got a mole god.
Like, you just have to pump up its butt, and this card's nuts.
I mean, hell, pumping up its butt, man. Just have a board filled with little tokens, and then just have a big pump spell, and
That's
then
what I
just
said.
do it. Just
Dude,
do it. You said
We're going to
pump
be
this
talking
up.
about this card when our commander grades comes out, but let me tell you right now, as a spoiler, this is good as a commander.
Yeah,
Wait. Extra combats is good.
What?
yeah. The best part about it is that it doesn't say once each turn. Oh my god, dude.
No.
Yeah, no. It must be blocked each combat.
So, okay. It is 4 mana, so it's cheap to get out. But then that's 7 to like I guess
Oh
win the
my
game.
God, you're right.
I guess it is
Yeah.
7 to like win the game. Never mind.
Yeah, 7 to win the game in Gruul. Man, this is no, this card
Been a
sucks.
while
Never
since
mind.
I've made a Gruul deck, but we'll see.
Oh, I'm
I
building
like
this.
I like this a lot.
I built the Italia that came out, and I love that style of Gruul, and this just makes me even more happy.
Yeah, it's very good. Let's move on to Barbed Servitor. It's 3 and a black for a 1/1 artifact creature construct. It's indestructible. It says when it enters the battlefield, suspect it. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. And whenever it is dealt damage, target opponent loses that much life. Now, entering it and suspecting it, obviously you can't block. But if you
Yeah.
somehow get rid of the suspect on it, then it can block and just keep having your opponent lose that much life. Or
Hmm.
it's kind of like Stuffy Doll, right? Where it's just indestructible little 1/1 and just takes all the damage, and you just ping this yourself. It
That's
deal that
true.
much damage to your opponent.
That's true.
So
It's
I like
interesting.
this card a lot.
Yeah, I like it. It's just yeah.
These cards are always so weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Cause like it
Why is it
seems
weird?
really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it gives you card
it is
draw.
good.
That's fantastic.
You're right. It is good.
Well, I mean, it gives you card draw, but it's still a 1/1 that can be blocked. But I mean, who's gonna block it? You know?
Has to be blocked with 2 creatures because it has menace because it's
Yeah.
suspected,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
means
it's
it's gonna be being dealt more damage with 2 creatures, which means they're
True.
losing that much more life.
So I guess
How
just
bad
like
do you
pump
want
this
me
one up.
to draw a card? Exactly.
Yeah, I guess just pump it up like crazy.
I like it. I like this card a lot.
I'm sure people will brew with it.
We have a Dimir card, Steven. This is Lazav, Wearer of Faces. It is blue and a black for a 2/3 legendary creature, Shapeshifter Detective. It says when it attacks, exile target card from a graveyard, then investigate. It also says whenever you sacrifice a clue, you may have Lazav become a copy of a creature exiled with it until end of turn. How do you
Pretty
feel?
good.
How do you feel there, Steven?
That's
You
pretty
are a
good.
Dimir lover.
That's pretty good, buddy. I mean, I like it. It is a little unfortunate you have to attack with it,
Mm-hmm.
but I also do love the fact that you can exile any card from any graveyard.
Comes down very fast.
Comes
Huh.
down very fast.
Kind of reminds me a bit of Steven, the ever-changing Dane.
Yes, it does. It does. I think the ever-changing Dane is better.
I think that is going to be referenced in the Commander Grades video as well.
I
Oh,
think it will. I think it
it will.
already is there.
Yeah.
No, I think this is great. I mean, you know, obviously this whole set kind of I felt like revolved around Clue. Yeah, like a little bit. So I don't know. I think it's going to be really cool. I think whenever you get the sacrifice and you get to draw cards, it's kind of feeding itself, so you can kind of refill your hand. I think this is pretty solid. And obviously you're in Dimir, so you can run some mill strategies and definitely get to a pretty fun win con.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's important to call out too, like I did in the other one, Steven, that you don't have to do the whole pay to sacrifice. You know, you could have other ways to sacrifice an artifact, and
Yep.
this guy will go off too.
Mm-hmm.
Seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to a new vehicle. It's Kylox's Voltcharger. It's 1, a blue, and a red for a 4/4 artifact vehicle. Collect evidence 6. If you do that, it becomes an artifact creature till end of turn, so you don't necessarily need to crew it. And whenever Kylox's Voltcharger attacks, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from among cards exiled with it. If a spell cast this way would be put onto the battle, it also says whenever Kylox's Voltcharger attacks, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from among cards exiled with it. If a spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, put it on the bottom of your library instead. It's got a crew cost of 2. So technically, you do have to collect the evidence to make those cards exiled, but you get them back in the form of it goes under the bottom when you attack with it.
Yeah.
So the flexibility on this card, I think, is very cool. Very interesting card design. I like it. We're doing little different things with vehicles, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it.
You don't know.
I really don't. This new mechanics scare me.
Collect evidence, man. It's interesting.
It's gonna be a cool spell slinger deck, dude.
Yeah.
Whoa, red, blue?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then you're gonna be able to get your spells again when you attack. Like that's actually, I'm like going over this in my head now. It seems really good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's move on to a new case. Case of the Locked Hothouse. 3 and a green for an enchantment case. It says you may play an additional land on each of your turns. To solve, you control 7 or more lands. Once solved, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. And you may pay lands and cast creature spells and enchantment spells from the top of your library. This card is so good.
This actually is really good. Yeah.
Great. I mean, it's a green card and it's good. Shocker.
Yeah, you can play lands, creatures, and enchantments. Oh, it's kind of rare to see the enchantment part on there.
Yeah, that was the nuts part.
I like it.
Can't wait to see this in Selesnya Enchantments deck in Standard. I already know this is going to be there.
It might. I mean, 4 mana is still a little late for that, but yeah,
I don't know.
we'll see. We'll see.
Moving on to the final card we were talking about today. This is Relive the Past. It's 5, a green, and a white for a sorcery that says return up to 1 target artifact card, up to 1 target land card, and up to 1 target non-aura enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. They are 5/5 elemental creatures in addition to their other types.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah, only thing missing is they have haste. So, bummer they don't. But at the same time, you now have an army, 15 power on the field with whatever those abilities were on those cards.
Yeah, it is like 1 card that brings
Pretty
a board
solid.
state. That's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
7 mana.
Yeah,
7
that's
mana is a
what I
lot.
was gonna say. That's aggressive, but I think when 1 card gives you an entire board state, like not bad.
I feel like if you're opening this at your pre-release and this is your rare, I think you're building around this card.
Probably this is a bomb.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not.
No?
No.
Why not?
I also play pre-releases a little differently. When I do a pre-release, I build low to the ground, super aggro, no matter what color it is.
You force
You
it,
just-
you're just like whatever.
You force it.
Yeah,
exactly.
1000%. Force the shit out of it.
I gotcha. Well, that is going to do it for us today. Before we wrap things up, let's go ahead and talk about our favorite cards today. I'll go first. My favorite card was Archdruid's Charm. Love that card. Such a good instant. What is your favorite, Shane?
I wanted to say the Archdruid, but I think I'm gonna do the Proft's Eidetic Memory.
Perfect.
That's I don't know what it's called. The blue one.
That's a good one.
Just say profs.
Proft's Memory.
That
Yeah.
legendary enchantment.
Steven?
I mean, I just, it's kind of surprising nobody said
The Mole
Anzrag,
God.
the
Yeah.
Quake-Mole.
Yeah, that's a
So
very
I
good
guess,
card.
I mean, if I have to pick it, I'll pick it. Sorry,
Just
guys.
pick it. Just pick it.
Oh, man, you had to pick it.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it for us. Comment down below. What was your favorite card that we talked about today? Obviously, we're not talking about the commons and uncommons, but if you wanted to see all those, we post every single one to our Instagram account. That's @GuysAtMagic for that. Check the description for that. Also, while you're in the description, you'll notice there's other social media accounts. That's Twitter and TikTok. Follow us on those. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Once again, we are almost at 10K. Maybe by the time you're watching this, we're at 10K. And if so, thank you. But at the time of recording, we're not. So hit that subscribe button. Also, in the description, you will find a link to our Patreon account. If you've noticed, there's people going across the screen on the bottom. Those are all of our Patreon subscribers. Thank you all so much that are currently subscribed to our Patreon. If you wanted to join them, check that link in the description. And until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.